So today's sponsored dog is Mavros. And Mavros is sponsored by Pamela and Ileta. And some of you may remember his rescue because he was rescued in October in a dreadful state. He's only a young dog, and I think everybody thought he was really old because he had leash. He has leash because leash never goes away. It's medicated and the dog is healthy, but he will need that medication for the rest of his life. And he had sores externally and a lot of dandruff, scurf. His eyes were all white. And now look at him. A beautiful boy, aren't you, Mavros? Beautiful big boy. One of the things with leash is they often find that where the dog exhibits the symptoms of leash externally, like the sores and the dandruff, it does tend to mean they recover better because very often if they don't exhibit those external symptoms, they have much more internal damage. And it's a disease that affects a lot of the southern Mediterranean and Africa. And obviously, if the dog is unmedicated, it doesn't survive in the end. It causes kidney failure, amongst other ills. So George got a call about Mavros and he was in a car park. It was a strange place because there was no obvious reason for a car park to be there. And Mavros came out, tail wagging, but between his legs he was really frightened. He was obviously in a bad state. There was no water there. There was no food there. And so George took hold of him and took him to the vets. And he was absolutely terrified. He messed himself at the vets. He was shaking in fear. We had to muzzle him, which we try not to do, but he was biting out. I held him for about a good half an hour before he stopped shaking. And then obviously the tests confirmed that he had leash. We were able to take him quite quickly to the shelter, which doesn't always happen. Sometimes they have to stay in the vets, but Mavros was able to come to the shelter and George had to give him a daily injection for a month. Here we go. And now this beautiful dog as well. He has a daily couple of tablets. He lives with Zumbi here and Luke and Marks. Wherever Marks is. Sakil enjoying the sun. King's hurt his ear, so George is going to have to go to the vets today to get some medication. He's got a hematoma in his ear, which is bothering him. But it looks like it's going to be a nice sunny day in Crete today.